So when people reach out to me and say, oh, well, a reassessment's going to happen, I shouldn't challenge my assessment, I would not bet on that. County council, for example, said they want a reassessment next year. That's not going to happen overnight. That's not a simple project.
50 isn't some magic number where you didn't have a good appeal last year and you have one now. But if you missed out last year or the year before, if you haven't looked at it to see whether you're a good candidate to file an appeal and get some property tax relief, use this new number, this breakthrough under 50% CLR, to get your case reviewed and figure out if you have a chance to save some tax money. July 1st, the new appeal period starts, and there's pending, very loosely understood pending, ordinances and legislation out there everywhere. The threat of a reassessment that we need, but that no one has the political will for, just kind of keeps hanging out, right? We had a mayoral election where the mayor's candidates were talking about it. Now we've got county council has some sort of bill in committee to do I think it's a mandatory 3-year cycle of reassessments. The state, I think the Senate has a bill that was introduced last year or is floating around out there in committee or somewhere that would mandate statewide a minimum 5-year reassessment cycle. So that's not really going to do anything. And of course, there's court cases that are out there and pending. And at some point procedurally, a judge could come down and give an order out that says, hey, Allegheny County, you need to reassess. That's how it happened the last 2 times. Is there any new news on any of these fronts? Are you hearing anything about what's going on or what's going to happen?
So, Bill, no, there is nothing that has been set in stone in terms of a reassessment. We've been hearing about a reassessment for 5 years plus. So when people reach out to me and say, oh, well, a reassessment's going to happen, I shouldn't challenge my assessment, I would not bet on that. I would not bet on that in the next couple of years, because even if a reassessment is ordered, it takes a long time to complete. County council, for example, said they want a reassessment next year. That's not going to happen overnight. That's not a simple project. It's 600,000 properties. I think it will happen eventually. Even when one is ordered, I expect that it will take multiple years to actually complete and certify new values. People that are at a great assessment now, great for you, coast along. People that think their assessment is too high should absolutely file an appeal, because there's going to be multiple years of tax savings.
That's right. If you didn't appeal last year or the year before because you thought a reassessment was coming, here we are 1 year later, no reassessment here, and your taxes are still where they were. It's hard to predict when and if that's going to happen. We all know it's got to come sometime.